Hey guys, this is Spoonie. Many of my fellow Canadians might know that there's a hidden treasure trove of comic books at the Dollarama dollar store chain. I've seen a number of videos. People have found some cool stuff. I've actually been stockpiling a bunch of these books over the last year, so I thought I'd show some of my newer haul. Okay, first thing I picked up, Wonder Woman, True Amazon, written and illustrated by Jill Thompson. I remember her work with Neil Gaiman on, I think it was Sandman, maybe the Death Special or something. Uh, really cool painted artwork. Um, it's the Wonder Woman origin, so I'm not expecting too much, but I enjoy the origin story for her, so I'm looking forward to this interpretation. Next up, we've got the Grant Morrison New 52 Superman Action Comics #2 Bulletproof with Rags Morales as the artist. Now, this Superman is my favorite comic book character, and this particular, well, the first volume, but this particular run on Superman got me to drop DC Comics altogether. I hate what they're doing with the New 52. With Superman, with the JSA, with like Batman and Green Lantern were obviously good, but everything else. And I love Wildstorm, and the way they incorporated those characters at the beginning was just pathetic. So I actually also picked up Volume 3 of this at an earlier date. So now I'll finally be able to go through and read the entire Grant Morrison run on this title and see if it's as bad as the first volume. Okay, next up, I've got New 52, Batman the Dark Knight, Volume 4 Clay, written by Greg Hurwitz, Alex Maleev, Alberto Ponticelli, Ethan Van Sciver as the artists. As my understanding, this book is more focused on kind of like the darker side of Batman, the actual like sort of detective with the nightmarish villains and stuff like that. Obviously, this is going to be dealing with Clayface. And yeah, I think it's just supposed to be like kind of different, a bunch of different artists working with the writer telling different stories. Okay, so I got a couple books from this series. Batman and Robin, Volume 2, Pearl, Peter Tomasi, Pat Gleason. I've got, this is Volume 4, and then I also picked up Batman and Robin, Volume 7, which I think is the last volume of this particular series, Batman and Robin. I actually do have volumes 5 and 6. So now I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got more or less the complete run of this series. I know this deals with the death of Damian and sort of his return. So looking forward to that. Again, Peter Tomasi, Pat Gleason as the writer and artist team. Both can hit it out of the park. So I'm really looking forward to these collections. And finally, the last one I picked up, All-Star Batman by Scott Snyder. Now, this is a series, as I understand it, where where Scott Snyder basically teams up with some of the better artists, more well-known artists in comics to tell Batman stories. So you can see here he's got Jock, he's got Francesco Francavilla, who he worked with on, what's that called? The Dark Mirror, Black Mirror. Tula Lotte, and Camo, Giuseppe Camuncoli. I love his work from the early Wildstorm days up until now. I like the way he draws his characters and stuff like that. And you can see here they're saying this is not a Batman story, it's a villain story. So clearly, at least in this volume, Snyder's choosing to focus more on the villains of Batman. I'm guessing maybe delving into the psychology more behind some of this stuff, which I think is cool because from what I've read of Scott Snyder. His Batman work is amazing, but you know, he's worked on the character for years. It's interesting to see a different take on this. Now, you'll notice, best thing about this, $4 price tag. A couple of these actually scanned in at $3, but more or less these are all $4. Now, I don't know if the Canadian cover price there is hidden. Yeah. These all come in their original plastic, so I'll just remove it now for the sake of pricing. $29.99 Canadian, or $23 US. This collects, what, 4 issues, 6 through 9? I don't know how much the average price of a comic is now. It's probably at least $3 or $4. I would not be surprised to see $4.99, $3.99. So this is the equivalent of just buying the issues inside, but is collected in nice volume. Some of the deals, and I can do another video showing more of my hauls from the last year. Some of these deals have been incredible. Like I got the oversized Justice League Rebirth. It's like a $45, $50 US or Canadian cover price. I got it for $4. So there's definitely some treasures that can be found if you're into comics. They did also have Marvel stuff, but after 2015, after Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars, I kind of was done with Marvel. And then I dipped my toes a little while back to read Hickman's House of X, Power of X, and I hated it. I hate what he did with the X-Men. I hate the direction the X-Men is going in. They were my favorite book concept at Marvel, and I want nothing to do with the stories right now. I'm sure that within 10 years, if this publishing arm still exists, I feel like you will get some good writers to come in and kind of clean up this mess and tell interesting stories from it, but right now, this ain't it. So I'm going to wrap this video up. If you guys have read any of this stuff and have recommendations where to start, you know, please leave me a comment. And if you're Canadian, Hong Kong. Otherwise, thank you for watching and have a great day.